Hello and welcome. My name is John Hunter, and I'm a residency and citizenship specialist at Holborn Assets. And today we are talking about the Greek Golden Visa. We will look at some of the key reasons that the Greek Golden Visa has become so popular, as well as some of the benefits of living in Greece, both from a financial and a lifestyle perspective. Understand why Greece is becoming a hotspot for global investment and all the steps needed for you to gain your Golden Visa. I will also provide an update on recent legislation changes, and we will then finish up with a quick overview of some stunning qualifying properties located around the Athens Attica region. So, I'm sure some of you may have heard of the recent popularity of the Portuguese Golden Visa program, but after recent legislation changes, is Greece now the best route to European residency? Well, that is what we're here to find out today. Firstly, though, a little about myself and about Holborn Assets. I myself have been an expat for nearly 20 years now. I've started a family here in Europe, and I've experienced firsthand all of the challenges and hurdles that come with living life overseas. Before coming to Holborn, I spent close to a decade working for a global financial services publication, interviewing and gaining insight from some of the world's most influential business leaders, asset managers, and property developers. Bringing this experience to the world of financial planning, where I've gained qualifications from the Chartered Insurance Institute in the UK in financial services, regulations, and ethics, as well as financial protection and personal taxation. Holborn Assets are now one of the largest financial advisories in the world. We have 23 offices across the globe and manage in excess of 3 billion US dollars worldwide for over 20,000 clients. We operate predominantly in the offshore market for expatriates, but we are first and foremost a wealth management company. Of course, over the years, second residency and citizenship has become a major part of financial planning for our clients, so we opened Holborn Pass, which advises specifically on residency and citizenship. Last year, for example, we were responsible for 10% of all the Portuguese Golden Visa applications worldwide, and we maintain a 100% success rate. Now, back to Greece. The Greek Golden Visa is a 5-year residency by investment program for non-EU nationals. The applicants have the right to a lifetime residency simply by renewing their residency permit every 5 years, and there is no limit to the amount of times that the permits can be renewed, as long as the applicant still has full ownership of the investment. The Greek Golden Visa program was initially introduced in 2013, and since then it has had over 10,000 applicants receive a Golden Visa, along with over 15,000 of their dependents. The visa program has gained a lot of popularity in recent years, particularly since the end of 2020, when a change in the law made it possible to go through the majority of the Golden Visa process remotely. Now, the Greek Golden Visa is fast becoming the #1 route to European residency, with 4 times as many applications in the first quarter of 2023 than in the same period last year. So why is that? Well, the Greece, of course, is known as the birthplace of Western civilization, with a history that spans thousands of years. From ancient archaeological sites like the Acropolis and the Delphi to numerous museums and cultural events, Greece offers a unique opportunity to immerse yourself in its rich history and vibrant culture. Greece is blessed with breathtaking landscapes and a diverse natural beauty. From the crystal clear waters and sandy beaches of the Greek islands to the rugged mountains and lush countryside of the mainland, there is something for everyone. The country's varied geography provides ample opportunities for outdoor activities such as hiking and sailing, as well as exploring the picturesque villages. Greece enjoys a Mediterranean climate with a mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers, and over 300 days of sunshine per year. The pleasant weather allows for a relaxed outdoor lifestyle with long sunny days and comfortable temperatures. And the Mediterranean diet, known for its health benefits, is also a bonus for those looking to adopt a healthier lifestyle. Now, compared to many other European countries, Greece offers a relatively affordable cost of living, with housing, transportation, and daily expenses being more affordable, especially in smaller towns and rural areas. And this can make it a very attractive option for retirees, digital nomads, or individuals seeking a more affordable lifestyle. It's located in the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa. So Greece really offers a strategic location for travelers and expatriates. With its well-connected airports and ports, it's easy to travel to other European countries and explore the diverse cultures and landscapes of the Mediterranean region. Greek, of course, is the main language, with English widely spoken, and the Greek culture and hospitality play a key role in making this one of the most sought-after destinations in the world. Now, there are several benefits when it comes to choosing Greece. Firstly, of course, visa-free travel in Europe's Schengen area. As part of the European Union and a member state of the Schengen area, Greece resident permit holders can travel without hassle or hindrance within the EU and Schengen area. You will also then have the inclusion of your immediate family members. Now, this is a key differentiator to many other European residency programs, as residency extends to the entire family. This includes children under the age of 21, siblings, and the parents of both the applicants and their spouse. Now, Greece also has a thriving real estate market. Greece's booming real estate sector is attracting investors from all over the world, both private and institutional, with Goldman Sachs set to join other companies that have been investing heavily in Greek real estate. According to a recent report in the Wall Street Journal, the company plans to invest an initial 200 million euros in Greek real estate, with further investment to come. And this is just a small aspect to this booming market. You will also then have the access to an excellent healthcare services. Visa holders can travel to Greece, can access Greece's highly rated healthcare system and benefit from certain free services, as well as a great medical insurance covering both the public and private sectors. You then also have access to an excellent education system. The children of the applicants can benefit from Greece's well-respected education system, and it's available to all residents and citizens. There is also then the potential for high return on investment. Greek Golden Visa holders have the option to rent out their purchased investment property or hold shares in a company registered in Greece and receive dividend income. You'll then also have the advantage of certain tax deductions and benefits of a double taxation treaty. Greece has double taxation agreements with 57 countries, which provides resident permit holders with tax deductions and exemptions on their worldwide income. And I'll go into a little more detail on that a little later. And finally, we have a path to citizenship. After 7 years, residents who have spent at least 183 days per year in Greece are able to apply for citizenship. They can apply for Greek citizenship whilst keeping their own, and once it has been granted, their children under the age of 18 that are not married will also be granted the citizenship. As EU citizens, they may then benefit from the ability to live, work, and study anywhere in the EU and travel to over 180 countries visa-free. Furthermore, children under the age of 18 can become Greek citizens if they have completed either 9 years of elementary and secondary education or 6 years of secondary school in Greece. So that means if you yourself cannot spend the required time in Greece to gain citizenship, your children still may be able to obtain it as long as they do complete the required schooling. So, who qualifies for the Golden Visa? Well, the Golden Visa is applicable to all non-EU citizens who invest in Greece as per the Golden Visa requirements. The only requirements are that you invest a minimum of 250,000 euros and that you are at least 18 years of age, with no further age restrictions going forward. You have to have a clean criminal record and medical insurance for yourself and your family. But there is no education requirement, no minimum stay requirement, no work skills or income requirements, nor is there a requirement to learn the language. Members of the family who may apply under the same application of the main investor would include the investor's spouse, siblings, parents, parents-in-law, the children and or stepchildren of the investor under the age of 21, provided they are not married. When the children turn 21, a 3-year independent residence permit can be applied for and issued up to the age of 24. When the child or children are then above that age, they may no longer benefit from the investor's resident status, and they must apply for their own visa under the same program. However, the investment may then be transferred to the first child's name, and when they turn 24, they may then include the parents on their own application. This is only possible, however, for the first child. If the family have more than one child, the second child would need to make a further investment of 250,000 euros and submit their application. Now, over to everyone's favorite talking point, of course, taxation. Greece has double taxation agreements with 57 countries, which allows Golden Visa holders to enjoy certain tax benefits. This, of course, would be dependent on where they are tax resident, as well as the amount of time they intend to spend in Greece. Foreign investors may not be subject to some of Greece's taxation laws, as they would not be considered tax residents, and therefore they can maintain their foreign business activities without being subject to income tax. However, there are many advantageous programs for foreigners living in Greece as tax residents. For example, retirees, digital nomads, and other expats may be exempt from or pay a reduced rate of certain taxes. Investors are then required to pay a percentage tax on income that they receive in Greece, depending on the amount, and real estate property owners must pay property tax and rental income tax. And for a full breakdown, please feel free to book an appointment and I'll follow up with you. All tax residents in Greece, including golden visa holders who choose to reside in the country indefinitely, are subject to income taxation, even on their foreign income. This would include investments, pensions, and other types of income generated overseas. However, there is a flat 7% tax rate for the first 10 years on all foreign income brought into Greece. Furthermore, Greece has also implemented a non-domicile tax regime for foreign individuals who wish to transfer their tax residency to Greece by paying an annual flat rate on their foreign income, regardless of the amount, and with no obligation to then declare their foreign income in Greece. Under this law, high net worth individuals may profit from the non-dom tax regime if they follow Greece's tax residency rules and relocate their tax residency there. Investors would then pay a flat rate of 100,000 euros every tax year, regardless of their total foreign income. This can be in effect for a maximum of 15 fiscal years. Now, to be eligible for the non-dom tax regime, you must have not been a tax resident of Greece for 7 of the past 8 years before moving your tax residency there, and you must confirm that you have invested at least 500,000 in Greek real estate, business, transferable securities, or shares in legal companies in Greece. Also, as long as you own the majority of the shares, the investment can be made by a legal entity. That investment must be made at any time between the implementation of the non-dom tax status and 3 years following the submission of the application. Following this, there are no additional tax obligations for income generated overseas, and if you pay this fixed rate, you will be free from inheritance or gift tax on properties situated abroad. Now, how long have you got to apply? Well, the Golden Visa transition period has now ended. In September of 2022, it was initially announced by the Greek government that the minimum investment requirement would be increased from 250 to 500,000 euros. By the end of 2022, it was confirmed that this would only take place in 36 municipalities, and the government provided a grace period until the 30th of April 2023. And this allowed investors to still qualify at the lower threshold. That grace period was then extended to the end of July this year, but has now ended. The 36 municipalities that are set to rise are divided by 28 in the Greater Athens region, as well as 6 in Thessaloniki, and the final 2 are in the islands of Santorini and Mykonos. But don't worry, we do still have some wonderful opportunities in the Greater Athens region that will remain around the 250,000 entry point. So don't be disheartened if you were hoping to beat the deadline. However, I would still bear in mind that time is always a factor and legislation changes can always happen, as we've seen in Portugal. So it would be prudent to begin the application for the Golden Visa sooner rather than later. And if any legislation changes then come into effect down the line, you would have already have gained your lifetime residency in Greece, which will not be revoked unless, of course, you are convicted of a crime of some sort. Now, what are the qualifying investments? For the majority of areas in Greece, the minimum investment will remain at 250,000 euros. That is in real estate and is needed and may consist of a single property or multiple properties. From August 1st, 2023, this minimum amount is 500,000 in certain areas and is then restricted to only one property in those areas. The areas in which the minimum investment is increased includes North, Central, and South of Athens Attica region, and the municipalities of Thessaloniki, Mykonos, and Santorini. However, there are no restrictions in regards to the age or type of property. Investments may include old as well as new properties, residential and commercial properties, and even land. You can even buy a property that is already rented out, and you then have the right to rent out the property at any time in order to generate a good and stable return on investment. So in general, the following types of investments are approved. Firstly, we have full ownership of properties or plots of land. This is the most common and popular choice of investment. These can be either acquired through purchase, through inheritance, or even parent-child transfer. And in each case, the minimum value must be at least 250 or 500,000, depending on the area. Secondly, we have plots of land with the intention to build. In this case, the minimum investment amounts apply to the whole investment value, i.e. the total of the sum of the purchase price and the construction costs. Thirdly, long-term leases or timeshare leases of hotels and tourist accommodations. These lease or timeshares must be taken for a minimum of 10 years for them to qualify for the Golden Visa. Fourthly, we have previously acquired real estate. Now, if the real estate has already been purchased and has a current objective value of more than 250,000 and qualifies for the Golden Visa, it is eligible regardless of the year that it was purchased. And fifthly, various types of financial instruments with a minimum value of 400,000 are also eligible for the Golden Visa scheme. These include term deposits in a Greek bank with standing orders for automatic renewal, Greek government bonds, equity investments, investments in various types of funds, and investments in publicly traded financial instruments. Of course, specific requirements vary for each of the above-mentioned cases. Now, at Holborn, we will be with you, guiding you through the whole journey. Once you've decided on what investment you would like to proceed with, we would be your main point of contact and coordinate all aspects in order to make the process as streamlined, efficient, and hassle-free as possible. When it comes to preparation, local legal representatives will prepare a power of attorney for you to sign, which will enable them to carry out all of the necessary procedures for you, including getting a Greek tax identification number and opening a Greek bank account. At the same time, we will coordinate with you to order and collect and translate the documentation needed and prepare all the necessary information for submission. The next step is completing the investment. Of course, making sure that all the right processes are followed in order to qualify for the Golden Visa, and filing the necessary tax returns and transactions, as well as signing of the sale contracts, coordinating the payments to the sellers, and submission of all necessary documentation to the relevant authorities. The lawyer will then submit your application with all the relevant documents, and family members can either be submitted at the same time or at a later date, depending on what the applicant would prefer. Once the application is then submitted, the applicants will receive a blue paper, and this is a receipt confirming the submission of application and serves as a temporary residence permit until your Golden Visa is issued. With this blue paper, the holders are then entitled to all of the benefits of the Golden Visa. Now, following the submission, the applicants will have to visit Greece. This is the only time that this is necessary, and it can be for as little as 1 day. This is in order to give their biometric data in person to the relevant immigration authorities in Greece, and this must be done within 6 months from the time the application is submitted. Otherwise, a small penalty is applicable. As per the legislation, the application must then be reviewed within 2 months from the time the applicants give their biometric data. Therefore, the quicker the biometrics are done, the faster the process. And as soon as the permit is ready, we will coordinate for it to be received on your behalf and sent to the relevant applicants. And there you have it. You are now the holder of a Greek Golden Visa. Congratulations. The applicants then have the right to a lifetime residency simply by renewing their residency permit every 5 years, and there is no limit to the amount of times that the permits can be renewed, as long as the applicant still has full ownership of the minimum investment. Now, if you actually do decide to reside in Greece, you can also obtain the added benefit that if you've lived there for over 7 years, you can apply for Greek citizenship whilst keeping your own citizenship. As this is an EU citizenship, you will be able to obtain multiple benefits, including the ability to live, work, and study anywhere in the EU and travel to over 180 countries visa-free. Additionally, once you receive the Greek citizenship, your children under the age of 18 that are not married will also be granted citizenship. Another benefit of the Greek legislation is that even if you yourself have not completed the previously mentioned 7 years, your children under the age of 23 who have attended Greek curriculum school in Greece may be eligible to apply for citizenship if they have attended school for 9 years at the primary or secondary level, or finalized the 6 school years in secondary school, that is junior and senior high school, or indeed graduate from both a Greek senior high school and Greek university. So, a quick recap. Step 1, choose your property. Decide on your investment criteria and choose a property to buy. Step 2 would be to complete the legal steps. Get your Greek non-resident tax number. You can do this by using a power of attorney that can be signed at any Greek consulate, so there is no need to actually come to Greece in person. Step 3 would be to acquire the property. We will conduct the legal due diligence on the property. We can draft a preliminary deposit agreement, a reservation agreement, or directly execute a public deed or purchase contract on your behalf. Step 4, complete the pre-submission. Gather all the necessary documentation for your Golden Visa application. This would include the Golden Visa application form, a scanned copy of your passport, 4 recent color biometric photos as in print and digital form, the criminal record certificate, and the resident permit fee of 2,016 euros must be paid using the eParavolo online payment platform. Then you must acquire a private health insurance policy of at least 200 euros. Step 5 would then be to travel to Greece. There you have to provide your biometric data, fingerprints, electronic signature, and photograph to the application office, and you have a maximum of 12 months to complete this task. Step 6, get approval. The Greek authorities will review and approve your application. This usually takes up to 2 months. Step 7, renew the residency permit. You would need to renew your Golden Visa residence card every 5 years, showing proof of maintaining the ownership of the investment. You then also have the option to apply for citizenship, providing you meet the criteria mentioned previously. So that's it. That's the Greek Golden Visa, a fantastic opportunity to gain indefinite residency in one of the most historic and beautiful countries in the world, as well as visa-free travel across Europe's Schengen area with a path to EU citizenship after 7 years. So let's take a look at some qualifying investments. I've selected a few example properties that are currently available. Remember, we manage every aspect of this process for the client to ensure that it is as streamlined and hassle-free as possible. We are the market leaders in Golden Visa investments, and you will have the service and security of working with Holborn through the entire process. Now, today we will be looking at 4 projects from the same long-standing developer. At Holborn, we only work with reputable developers with proven track records. As one of the largest wealth management companies in the world, we must be cautious when working with any developer, and we carry out extensive due diligence beforehand to ensure that our clients only have access to the highest quality projects from industry-leading developers. Now, of course, this is primarily a route to European residency, but as a wealth management company, we must always consider the investment performance. The properties selected offer strong investment cases and are chosen based on key criteria, such as location, growth, and rental returns. They tend to have higher than average rental rates and a bigger demand for long and short-term lettings compared with other areas of Athens and Greece as a whole. Property prices have jumped 30% in recent years, fueled by huge investment in redevelopment of the local infrastructure, like the Athens Historical Centre, local museums and universities, and yet this still remains a very undervalued market. The European Real Estate Trends report released by PwC stated that the Athens market is expected to become the new real estate capital of Europe through 2023, with the highest rental prices and growth potential. New build apartments have been specifically chosen over restoration projects for a number of factors. Of course, they are easy to rent to local professionals, students, and tourists, and have far less development risk involved than restoring older buildings. As you can imagine, Athens is a very old city, and regenerating buildings can carry huge investment risk. So coming up, we have a few examples of investment properties for the Greek Golden Visa. Situated in the warmer year-round climate of Athens, Again, Athens offers the best investment potential in Greece as it is not seasonal and it has a continual flow of tourists and trade all year round. Now, of course, there are more properties available, ranging from the entry level of 250,000 euros up to over 1.5 million. But for now, here are 4 exciting opportunities to go through with you today. First up, we have the Greenville Residence. The Greenville Residence is located in the luxurious area of Paraskevy in the northeast of Athens and is well known for its superb environment, fresh air, and green surroundings. It's less than 10 kilometers from the historical city center of Athens and is situated in a modern residential area with international schools, luxurious shopping malls, multinational companies, and spacious streets. And it's only a 5-minute drive from the famous Attica Avenue. The project is strategically located within walking distance of all the main facilities like supermarkets, public schools, banks, and pharmacies, as well as international schools and metro stations, and is comprised of 2 buildings which consist of a total of 21 apartments and offers its residents a communal swimming pool. The project itself has ample types of housing options such as 1, 2, and 3-bed apartments, penthouse duplexes, and a ground floor duplex with private garden and swimming pool. Furthermore, the Varea project is nearby and thus expected to further increase the property value of all surrounding areas. The Varea project refers to a 200 million euro investment, which will provide the area with a new casino, several fine dining restaurants, and a plethora of leisure spaces. Now, this is in a high-class area of the northern part of Athens. It's ideal for families since it has several international and private schools, outdoor spaces, and landscape gardens. It's walking distance of the American College and a private school, and ideal for both self-living and investment purposes, as there is a low availability in the region on new developments for renting out. So you will find a high rental demand. Luxury amenities such as swimming pool, landscape garden, and features a very modern design. It's next to the new development, the Varea project, as I mentioned, which is an international tourist complex which will contain a casino, 5-star hotels, restaurants, and several leisure and cultural amenities. And it has a fantastic transportation system with 3 metro stations within a 1-kilometer radius. Now, due to the popularity of this project, we now only have 1 unit remaining. That unit is a 3-bed, 2-bath duplex costing 515,000 euros with a communal garden and swimming pool. This will offer a typical rental yield of 3 to 4% and is currently under construction and due for completion in the 3rd quarter of 2024. This is a fantastic investment opportunity in an area that offers great growth potential. It's ideal for families, either as a holiday home or permanent residence, and the area has a high rental demand for new developments. Now, don't necessarily worry if you don't intend to invest that amount of capital. Up next, we have a property in the 250 to 300,000 category. We have the Greenville Residence 2. Now, the Greenville Residence 2 is located in the luxurious area of Garakas in the northeast of Athens. Also well known for its superb environment, fresh air, and green surroundings, it's situated in a modern residential area with international schools, luxurious shopping malls, and is only a 3-minute drive from Attica Avenue. The project itself is strategically located, walking distance from all the main facilities, supermarkets, public schools, pharmacies, and the building consists of a total of 13 units, 7 2-bedroom duplexes, and 6 2-bedroom units. Each of the 6 units on the ground floor also enjoy a private garden, which will give residents of the project a wonderful sense of relaxation. Furthermore, the campus park is 1.5 kilometers from the project and thus is expected to further increase the property value of all the surrounding areas. The campus park refers to one of the largest investment projects in Attica with a budget of 200 million euros and is moving towards implementation during 2025. This is in a high-class area of the northern part of Athens, ideal for families since it has several international and private schools, outdoor spaces, and landscape gardens, and is ideal for both self-living and investment purposes. It incorporates a landscape garden and a very modern design, and is nearby the campus park, one of the largest investment projects in Attica, and also has a proximity to one of the biggest shopping malls in Greece, which gives the opportunity for visitors to wander around the 124 shops and attractions. Now, this really is a great investment opportunity with a ground floor, two bed bath duplex featuring a 35 square meter private garden priced at just 283,000 euros. This will also offer a typical rental yield of 3 to 4% and is due for completion in the fourth quarter of 2025. Now, this property really does offer great investment potential. It's in an area that is expected to see huge growth in property value as the campus park nears completion. And it's ideal for families with its proximity to international schools. And of course, it can be used either as a holiday home or permanent residence. Now, next up, we have the Athens Panorama. This is a very different proposition compared to the previous two mentioned properties, in that it is purely for investment purposes. The property is intended for people who do not actually plan to live in Greece, but are looking for a solid and safe investment to add to their portfolio that will allow them to maintain their EU residency status and free movement and trade across the Schengen area without any need to visit Greece, unless they want to, of course. The Athens Panorama is located in Ewelpidon neighborhood and is in the heart of Athens. It is only a breath away from the main court of justice and the biggest park in the city that covers over 250 acres. The Ewelpidon area naturally attracts many law firm offices and benefits from secured parameters. It also has a central residential area for middle and upper classes and is popular also with students and young professionals who have easy access to the top universities, shops, parks, and nearby sports facilities. The building itself is spread across 6 floors and offers 9 residential units per floor, with 2 retail stores on the ground level and 25 parking lots in the underground level. Residents benefit from the luxurious services and a stunning rooftop swimming pool. And from the first floor to the rooftop lounge area, the building has a unique advantage of enjoying spectacular views of the Acropolis and a 180-degree unobstructed view of Athens' city landscape. In other words, it's really a perfect scene for young professionals and university students. It's ideally located in the historical city of Athens, city center indeed of Athens, just across from the biggest park in Athens and a walking distance from all the main facilities like restaurants, supermarkets, banks, shops, and sports facilities, as well as museums and universities, both public and private. The breathtaking city view of the Acropolis Monument, Lycabettus Hill, the park, and the Aegean Sea. And residents can also enjoy luxurious communal areas, a lobby, and communal swimming pool on the rooftop with panoramic Athens views. The new metro line recently connected the historical city centre with the university campus, and the National University of Athens, which is the biggest in Greece, will have more than 130,000 students per year, the majority of whom will be living in that area. Now, this is a completely hands-off investment that's a fully managed property operated as hotel apartments and offers a 3% gross obligatory rental guarantee for between 12 and 15 years, depending on the property chosen. It is also completed and operational. Therefore, there is absolutely zero construction risk, and you have the peace of mind that it is managed by one of the longest standing and most reputable developers working in Greece today. We now have 3 remaining units at 299,000 euros and 1 remaining at the 350 mark. This is an apartment combo offering additional living space. Now, this would represent the easiest and most secure route to gaining European residency without ever needing to be in Greece, other than, of course, the 1 day it takes to provide your biometric data. Then you will have your golden visa approved within 60 days, and you would only need to return to Greece once every 5 years to renew your residency permit. And then finally, we have the Themis residence. The Themis residence is located in Amphilochipoi. Now, that is a tongue twister for non-Greeks. It is in the heart of the Athens city center and is strategically located between the 2 main avenues of Cathithias and Alexandros Avenue, with the former leading to the Athens University of Economics and Business, and the latter connecting to the center to the north suburbs of Athens. This 10-story building consists of 19 units and provides ample housing options. Specifically, the building is comprised of 11 two-bedroom units and three one-bedroom units, as well as 3 studios, 1 two-bed duplex, and a 3-bed duplex. Also, starting from the 5th floor, the residents are offered an unobstructed view of Lycabettas Hill. This is ideal for both self-living and investment purposes, and its proximity to the county court and court of appeals, which are less than 200 meters away, render it extremely safe for self-living, whilst it remains the ideal solution for those who seek an annual rental return, since it provides optimal housing options for attorneys and judicial personnel. The project features modern design and top-notch construction material, whilst ensuring the smallest ecological footprint in terms of utilizing eco-friendly materials. It's ideal for both self-living and investment purposes, has great transportation systems, Ampilokipoi and Panomuru metro stations are just 700 meters and 1 kilometer away, respectively. It's right next to Cathithius and Alexandros avenues and just 300 meters away from 2 of the most well-known and prestigious hospitals in Athens. It's only 1.7 kilometers away from Lycabettas Hill and 2.7 kilometers away from Sintama Square. Now, this is the last remaining unit in this fantastic city centre development. It is a 3-bed, 3-bath duplex occupying the 9th and 10th floors. It offers a typical rental yield of between 3% and 4% and is due for completion in the 4th quarter of 2024. This is a unique development in the heart of Athens, and there is currently no availability on developments in that area. Therefore, it offers a high rental demand. Well, that is just a small glimpse of some of the investment opportunities that we have available. Of course, further information is available on request, including development brochures, a Greek tax guide, personal cost illustrations, stock availability and pricing, as well as a complimentary one-to-one discussion with myself or a member of the residency team here at Holborn Assets. It has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you all today about the Greek Golden Visa, and I hope it was enlightening. And please feel free to put forward any questions, and myself or a member of the team will follow up with you. You can, of course, reach me directly at john.hunter@holbornassets.com, and we look forward to embarking on your Greek journey alongside you. Adio.